What if Deku was Tierk? Part, well, 2. We begin this part with, we see a lot of empty cells with nothing but, well, pretty much corpses of villains, prisoners. As we go to one cell where someone's back up, no, listen, please, I'll give you whatever you want, I'll help you, I'll serve you, just don't kill me like the rest. As we see Deku, who has gotten taller after absorbing pretty much almost all the prisoners on this floor. You know what? I'll let you live if you hand some information over to the heroes when they get here. As he looks up, you will? Yes. But you won't be needing one key thing. As Deku grabs the man's shirt, pulls him up, and then absorbs his quirk. I gotta say, fire quirk, not that impressive. As he tosses him, throws him to the wall. As he hits the wall, he falls to the ground with a broken shoulder. Alright, now for the message I want you to deliver to the heroes. As the man looks up, just let them know they better enjoy their quirks while they have them. As Tierk smiles before walking off. As the man is terrified, as he doesn't want to move, as he's just staying in the corner he was in. As we go to Deku, as a few guards come down, they open fire, does nothing to his skin. As he simply just stretches his hand out and sends a blast of magic, which is the combination of the quirks he's absorbed. I can merge the quarks into a firing blast. I wonder what else I can do. As he then starts to grow in size. As he hits the ceiling, probably not the best to just grow in size inside the building. As he shrinks back down to his regular size. As he walks up the stairs, he's now on another floor. If I remember, this is the floor Lady Nagant was on. Let's hope my information has been truthful so far. As we also see him dragging a few of the security guards. As he's almost to the cell, as his stomach starts to growl. I'm glad I brought a few snacks. As he lifts the guards up and absorbs their quirks. As then he just tosses them as they hit a wall with their heads, killing them instantly. Well, I gotta say, not the best quirks, but they'll do. As he walks in front of Lady Nagant's cell, as Lady Nagant's not even looking towards the cell opening. Was it this time? Wanting to bargain again? Oh well, that must have been the warden or something trying to bargain with you. As she turns around, as she has heard a voice she had never heard before. As she looks over and sees, well, Deku. Who are you? Well, no one really of importance, but I see you've been wronged by the Hero Safety Commission as well. What do you mean? You're not the first person they've thrown in here. As then, he pulls out a list from his pocket. As it's like one of those little slide notes. You're Lady Nagant. You were thrown in here by the Hero Safety Commission. One of many people. Which all I've left their cells open. And let them keep their quirks. Why are you doing that? 1. I can take your quirk if I wished. After all, they don't have quirks anymore. As he referred to the guard that has his head bashed into the wall right next to him. So what's your quirk? Oh, I can simply just take your quirk and absorb it. Nothing too powerful. It just increases my physical strength and other things. As She looks over. So why are you letting them go? As he then just grabs the, cell door, as he just yanks it off its hinges and tosses it to the side. I was interested after hearing your story from one of my guards that was guarding my cell at the very bottom of the prison. What, the basement? No. The further down, also known as sub-level 60-something, whatever. They had a lot of floors to this prison. They had me down. They even had floors empty above mine, because they feared if I ever got loose, they would have apprehended me in the empty cell areas. Until they forgot I knew about their secret elevator. They think they're smart. No. They're not. But anyway, you're free to go. As then, a phone starts ringing. As he picks it up, as it was the security guard's phone that he had taken. Yes. As Lady Nagat listens in. Hey, Tierk, thank you for letting us go. Yeah, we're willing to help you if you ever want revenge on the Hero Safety Commission. Ah, yes. Also, just be glad I didn't steal your quarks. I could have taken them, and absorbed them. I appreciate that, too. Listen, we may try something to get our own revenge on. The Hero Safety Commission. You in? Maybe later. Keep this contact in that phone. Alright. As the call ends, you recognize the voice? That was Carl, a person that was framed for a little incident that didn't involve him. He was in a different department. Framed for a villain attack. Yes, I know. I let him go with some others. And now they're indebted to me, which I also gave them a request. They had to help me whenever I called for it. Is that what you're gonna have me do? Just follow your orders? You'd be no better than the Hero Safety Commission. No, I have no intentions of that at all. Although it did cross my mind of just absorbing your quark altogether. As she turns her hand into a sniper and aims it at Tierk. No. I don't plan on killing you. Or taking your quark. But if you want revenge, you can meet up with. Or myself. But without further ado, I must get on my way. I've got a few more cell blocks to clear out. After all, the heroes have not been alerted. Not yet, at least. As Tierk leaves, as he walks further down the hallway, as Lady Nagat looks out at her cell, and, goes the other direction away from Tierk. As Tierk went throughout the rest of the cells and was taking all the quarks, in the process killing quite a few prisoners and all that, he left only a handful of prisoners alive. As he now reaches the warden's office, as a knock is heard at the door, as the warden has no idea what's going on. As he's looking through documents, yes, taking some money out of loans to prisoners for them to try to get out. Aha. Yeah. Here, Safety Commission is even paying me double just to make sure to try to convince Lady Nagat to join them. And Tierk, wow. I'm making a fortune from the Hero Safety Commission. As the door had opened and Tierk is standing right in front of him, but the man's too invested in the documents. Well, it's glad to know you're having such a great time getting all that money. Why, thank you. As he closed the, note and sets it down, as he then looks up, sees Tierk, as he has terror in his eyes, as Tierk just punches him square in the face, as he gets sent to the wall. As he slides down the wall, as the back of his head's bleeding. How'd you get out of your cell? as he reaches over to try to grab a gun, as, well, Deku really just kicks him, sending him through the wall. As Deku leans down to go through the wall as well. Ah, yes, your guards were idiots. I can't believe you noticed a prisoner, or sorry, not a prisoner, a villain sneak in here. The previous warden would have never let that happen. But I must thank you, as my power has grown exponentially thanks to all these quarks I've absorbed. Also, you won't have to worry about prisoners. All of them are pretty much dead. As the man's eyes widen. You went... Yeah, I escaped, and also thanks to that villain jamming up your systems. I let him live. He's in the very bottom cell, by the way. But for you... What was it you said to me last time we talked? As we get a flashback, just be grateful you're alive. After all, the only reason you're even alive is because we only need your quark to be used on others. Wasn't that what you said? Well, it's time to give you a full demonstration of my quark, as he picks up the man. As the man tries to struggle, as Tierk Deku just grabs both of his arms and shatters them. As they both go limp. Oh, what? Were you using those? As the man screams. As the man tries to activate his, well, quirk, Deku just simply absorbs it. As a surge of energy goes around Deku. That's more like it. More stronger. As Deku points his arm over towards the wall, as the man asks, what are you doing? Making sure the public sees this. As he's terrified of what Tierk is about to do, as he lets go and punches him square in the face, sending him out of the building, into the main area, in front of the prison, as the impact from the punch and going through the wall and the fall killed him. As Tierk looks out, now it's time for me to get away. As he simply just blasts through the side of a wall, and he simply just runs and then jumps into an alleyway through the prison wall into an alleyway. As he lands on his feet, that was easy. As he then sees a cloak in the trash, I'm going to need to hide myself. As he grabs the cloak and tosses it over himself, as he starts to walk into the alleyway, vanishing from sight. Now we go a few hours later. Police have gathered around the prison, as heroes have arrived, as Eraserhead arrived, as well as Hawks. What seems to be the problem here? Well, this prison was attacked. It must have been from the inside, because we weren't alerted to it until an hour later, until his body was found. What happened? Well, we've done an inspection, and only a few prisoners are left inside that are alive. As Hawks asks, alive? Yes, it seems most of the prisoners were killed. And the prisoners that are left alive, well, have not the ability to use their quirk anymore. Really? As Hawks thinks, I need to check on that prisoner. What is the report of the escaped prisoners? As Tierk was never listed on the prisoner list, because the old warden, again, the Hero Safety Commission erased his data from the database. They only had a name, and it was Tierk, because they didn't want to go by Izuku Midoriya. They could start filling in the gaps and locating information. They didn't want that. Well, let's go inside and see. As they go inside, as they're walking through, seeing the cells filled with bodies, a few security guard bodies all throughout the hall, blood on walls. Wow, they weren't really kidding. Who did this? The security cameras? Nothing. The security cameras were disabled. It was the time of, well, year for them to get updated. So this was obviously planned. As Hawks thinks, planned. As he looks over at Aizawa. Yes, whoever did this had to have been at least a prisoner, or possibly someone outside, or someone that worked in the prison. No one could have predicted the security cameras would be, well, changed this day. You're right. As Aizawa speaks up. But something doesn't feel right. Name the prisoners that escaped. As he goes through a list, the last name on the list is Lady Nagant. As Hawks listens, Lady Nagant escaped. Yes, her cell door was destroyed. Taken off its hinges and tossed to the side. That couldn't have been Lady Nagant. She doesn't have the power to do that. There would have been possibly bullet holes through the metal beams, metal bars. But if they were torn off their hinges, it couldn't have been her. I'm suggesting someone with a strength quirk let her out. What about the rest of the cells? Similarly, but this is just a massacre here. The warden was the person we found outside, by the way. Alright. As they're all investigating, and also, none of them really know of the secret area where Tierk was kept. As they're going through an investigation, as the detective opens a button, revealing a hidden elevator. As Hawks and Aizawa, what's this? I don't know. Looks like a hidden elevator. As they enter the elevator and go down. As they get to the bottom, they see it, well, a dead guard and a person in the cell. He looks like he's been sitting there for hours. Who are you? As he has a security uniform on, so they're thinking he was a guard that was shoved in there. As they let him out, thank you, I got tossed in here. What happened? The prisoner in this cell escaped. He gets a headache. As his headache gets worse, as he tries to say Tierk's quirk. Why am I getting a headache? As the man falls to his knees. As we go to Tierk, who is several alleyways away, as he then starts to think, oh yeah, the side effects from that cell room may be affecting that prisoner. After all, they had to just keep some lethal gas in there to keep me quiet. As he smirks. As then we go back to the, well, prisoner or villain dressed as a guard outfit. As he just falls over as he starts spewing blood. What happened? As Hawks checks his pulse. He's dead. As then the detective pulls out something. Okay, this is bad. What? Why didn't he have his mask on? Why? This area is filled with a type of gas that isn't lethal for the first hour. But if you're in here for too long, it can kill the person. It's mostly sleep gas, but too much of an overdose could kill a normal person. With the chemicals involved. Do you think they planned this? No, it seems to have been an accident. Probably. As Aizawa asked, did any of the prisoners say anything? Yeah, one of them said, enjoy the quirks while you still have them, heroes. That's odd. What could he have meant by that? Could it have been linked with the villain's quirks that have gone missing? Who knows? But anyway, I should report this to the Hero Safety Commission. And I'll go inform the other heroes. As they leave. As we go to Tierk, who makes his way into a junkyard. This should be a place to stay for a bit. As he walks into this junkyard, as it's a big junkyard with a lot of junk, as he had made his way there. As he goes on for miles, a lot of property too. As then he looks over, doesn't see anyone, but has a feeling someone's watching. Deku makes his way over towards areas searching. I wonder if any of this stuff could be useful. As that person comes up behind him with a gun. What are you doing here? As he looks over and sees an old man. As Deku just puts his hands up. Listen, I just walked on in here. Then why is the lock on my gate broken? What do you mean? I came in through the back. If you're not come here through the front. As then, Deku quickly grabs the man, moves him to the side, as a laser hits Deku's chest, but does nothing. As we see a person that has a laser eye. Man, you couldn't let me just do my job. As he fires again towards the old man, as Deku just puts his hand out as the laser doesn't do anything to his skin. Fine, as Deku just starts walking towards him, as the man turns up the pressure on his laser quark. As Deku just approaches, as he puts his hand over the man's eye, causing the laser to burn himself, and will kill himself in the process. As he drops the man. Now, the old man didn't think he killed him, he thought the man just knocked himself out. As the old man says, well, thank you, but what are you doing here? I was simply just looking for a place to stay for the night. And I will get this guy to the cops, so don't worry about that. As Tierk Deku smiles. Very well, as the old man sets down his shotgun. But please, if you're gonna stay here, I do have an extra garage area you can use. Just, if I catch you on my property again after tomorrow, at least give me a heads up and don't break in. Sure thing, old man. As Deku grabs the corpse of the villain. As he's out of sight and makes sure the old man can't see, he absorbs the corpse's dead person's quark. As he then takes the man into the forest before burying him. As a surge of energy goes around Deku as he's growing stronger. Yes, but still not enough quarks. I need to find probably the strongest. As then, Tierk Deku knows something. As something had flown out of the junkyard and hit his leg. As he grabs it, a hero book. As Tierk smiles. Great, now I can figure out which heroes have the strongest quarks and which one to target. And once I have absorbed them, I'll be unstoppable. But for now, I might as well tidy up and go to sleep, as it's pretty much nighttime right now. As Deku walks back into the junkyard area, as he walks towards that garage the old man mentioned, as it looks like he had moved an old car out of it. And it looks like he had already set like an old mattress, blankets, and pillows. As the man looks around, when I saw this place was filled with a vehicle. Did the old man? As Tierk Deku really has thoughts going through his mind. As Tierk smiles. You know what, old man, I'll let you live. And keep your quark. As Deku gets in the garage and closes it, then goes to sleep. And that is the end of part 2 of What If Deku Was Tierk. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.